things I want to get into now. What am I going to get into? Let's see here. Oh man. Thinking. I guess people need to realize that heard that Cyberpunk 2077's source code got sold on the dark web. Oh man. Kind of always knew it was going to happen a little bit, but also I don't really care too much. It wasn't that really great of a game, but you can get into deeper issues, citing the game development team themselves. Probably so. It was a leak from the game development team themselves trying to. Things would add to it's sitting the dark web itself carries like implications and stuff like that. Like there wasn't a break-in really or something like that. There was actually people who really wanted the source code out there because people needed to like work on it actually, and then not like just package it inside of the game. And shut the door. I was kind of leaning against that and hiding in it. If anybody wants to know why I'm so calm right now, it's because I just masturbated. I did wash my hands though, so. Which reminds me, I must sanitize. Oh, there's a lot of things that do it for me. Not a lot of things, but those are like Instagram models or Spank Bank. That, I guess, the reason why I stopped following Jessica Negri, because she's like such a pure person. I can't like, I can't do anything. like I physically have to take her out on a date to like feel some attraction and like actually do spontaneous things. Spontaneous things always turn me on, I think, like when it comes to that stuff. But doing spontaneous stuff always makes me kind of like wonder about them and wonder what they're into and stuff like that. And I don't know. My ex-wife didn't do anything spontaneous. She cut her hair, and so I guess, and then she was into girls, kind of. I don't know. So I don't know. But she had really weird girlfriends though. Like they were always like really conservative for no reason. Like even like Asian girls, they were really conservative. Or they lived in like they lived in like a weird house, a weird communal house or something like that. And like it was like the Manson family. But I don't think she did anything like spontaneous except fuck another dude, I guess. It was really the only spontaneous thing she did. But I don't know, man. One time she had dressed as a nurse, I guess, and like that was kind of cute. I kind of got that. But it wasn't really the nurse costume. It was more like I was thinking about a video game, the Silent Hill franchise, where the monsters. I don't know. Hey, if we're two consenting monsters, if I'm a Pyramid Head, and then she's a nurse, and then I don't know, maybe like somehow that we start to date, we start to get to know each other, There's no telling what might happen. I'm such a pervert. I'm an absolute pervert. So I watch like like Dom and like Sub and stuff like that too, on porn too. So I get into like role playing where like the girl is like, no, I don't want this, but then she like gets into it immediately. I don't know why. Like that's her like whole thing. She didn't want to do it, but now that we're about to do it, it's like I don't know. It doesn't really, that doesn't do it for me as much as spontaneity. Like doing spontaneous things. Like if I had a date, like my envisionment of a date that lasts more than like 5 hours, like I want a whole day date, like I want to like chill with you the whole day, not like there's like, because you can always tell when people go on like these little short dates, because they're so alone, I guess. I don't know, they just don't want to be around people, I guess, or something. But if I'm gonna go on a date with someone, I want them to show me their whole selves. Like I don't know, like it's just I don't know, and maybe I might have sex on the first date, but I don't know if she will. So that's like something to like think about, I don't know, just. I don't know, I get turned on by random things sometimes. When a girl walks in or something like that, or I don't know, just like random things. yeah, it's random stuff. It's random actual stuff, and I don't know, like the cartoons themselves about the dom and the sub and stuff like that, and then like I don't know, I like it when the woman is the dom too. So it's like it's not like I am like. Oh, finally. Now I get to pick up backpack, bandage, painkiller, UMPD, barrel. Yes. Wow, he's really bad at shooting. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm into. Like, it's like dom and sub stuff. I'm gonna get rid of the UMPD 45 because it does not shoot as fast as this one. I just need a compensator eventually. Alright, so we're in the circle. We don't need to worry about anything. We do maybe need a car, I guess. Maybe I'll just go to this gas station and see if there's something. Or another person. But yeah, that's what I think sometimes. I get into like this dom sub position where I'm like I don't know. I'm just it matters. It matters the situation because I myself can have fantasies about anything. Like I can do like there's like a weird like sci-fi fantasy that I have in my head sometimes where and then I get into it and then I start to contort my body and stuff like that in like weird positions and stuff. I don't know. I think that's like the most fun fucking like kind of like stuff is like when you're able to contort your body because of the adrenaline going through your body. It's just it feels so amazing. Because the blood you push you're pushing the blood into your organs basically, or pushing the blood into your like reproductive organs, and then you like it makes for like a better kind of like better orgasm. Yes, men have orgasms. I've done this one thing where I was kind of like fantasizing about a cop, or fantasizing about it like a just like a woman in power sort of thing. Maybe like a business suit chick or something like that, or like somebody that's like telling people what to do. I guess I don't know. It's kind of like it gets to me sometimes where like. And then like I kind of like I imagine she's there, and then I can do so much more, I guess. Like, because I did this one where my arm, I whipped my arm, my whole right arm, my whole left arm, all the way behind my back, and like contorted it up, and it made it. It did it for me. It really did it for me. So there's that. But there's a whole bunch of stuff that I got into that was like really like not something you absolutely want to get into eventually, but you're not telling anyone about. So I don't tell anyone about that stuff. there's I don't know, there's like maybe like a chick, I don't know, for like a certain part of the period of, not the period of sex, but the period of like certain and like introducing. They're like, I don't like you sort of thing, and it kind of turns me on. So so like I don't know, it just really does. It really turns me on. Like, cause the first sexual experience I ever had was when I was like 13. So that's my first sexual experience. It was with a girl that I was, and I don't wanna like give away her name. I've probably said it before, but I don't want to give away now because I'm kind of like a different person and everything like that. So yeah, I needed this Desert Eagle. But like it was really cute with the way that she was doing things. It was really cute. It was like I don't know. She did it for me. It was just like I was on the path, and she was all for it. So, and no, I didn't really wind up actually kind of losing my virginity. I guess it wasn't really losing my virginity. It was more like a dry hump, I guess. And then I don't know. She was a bit on the thicker side, so it was kind of it's kind of hard to tell if I made it in or not. And I didn't. And then I was so paranoid that I didn't follow her around. I kind of like I just watched her like for like 6 months afterwards to see if she got pregnant. I don't think that was even a thing for me at 13 though. I mean, like I would never get anybody pregnant with my 13-year-old jizz. So it was just stupid shit that was in my head. I was not attracted to older people when I was younger. I was not attracted to older women, and that's changed a lot for me when I turned older. When I turned about 29 or 28 or 22. Not exactly, because I was dating a girl maybe like 10 years older than me. But I don't know. I had sex with women that were older than me, but I never really had a dating thing. Like it was never really a dating thing. Like all right. I'm gonna put the holographic sight on my thing to figure that out, because I know I'm gonna find somebody at this military range. Well, not the military range, but the thing after it, or whatever. I don't know. But that's my sexual experiences, I guess, as a person. I have like sometimes I feel like I had and then when I was about 15, I had another sexual experience. It wasn't really experience. It's more like dry humping, I guess. But I don't want to say what I was doing when I was where I was at or something like that. But it was an experience. It was a really nice experience, and she was enjoying it too. And she kind of always not really looked up to me, but was really attracted to me throughout the entirety of the time I was at the place I was at. So she was really attracted to me. Like she was always smiling at me, always telling me like, "Hey, how's it going? What's up? How's it going? You having a good day?" I'm like, and she would be like, and I would be like, "Yeah." She'd all be like, "Yeah, you're doing well. You're having a good day," and stuff like that. I just constantly like check in on her, I guess. I mean, I don't know. She was really cute, and it was really fun to do what we did together. I think it was really racy. Like it was racy kind of, but it was also, I don't know. It really turned me on, like because I was 15, and pretty much anything turns you on when you're 15, I guess. So. Not pretty much anything, but pretty much anything within the realm of like pleasure and stuff like that, and you don't have as many inhibitions, I guess, when it comes to certain stuff. All right, we're gonna find out where this car came from. There we go. Suppressor extended. Alright, okay. He really did get my life down a lot. I'm gonna stay upstairs and try to stay in one room for a little while and heal. I don't know what came over me when it happened. It was a freeing experience. It was really freeing, and I think that's the reason why I'm actually even straight today. Like I mean, if maybe I didn't have those sexual experiences when I was younger, I probably would have been I don't know, like pansexual or something like that. I don't know. I really, I mean, like, when it comes down to that stuff, like, when it actually comes down to sex, when it actually comes down to the getting it on stuff, I pull trust over everything. Like, gender, whatever, everything like that. If I don't trust the person, then at least a little bit, then I'm not getting with them, you know? Like, that was the reason why a lot of times with my ex, the trust went away when she was just like, oh, I don't want to move to New Orleans. Because it was something that she said she wanted to do, but she went back against her own word. And that was the thing that turned me off against her. So it may not seem like it, made it seem like, oh, I just wanted to fuck. No, I was technically running away from something, but that was before I realized I was running away from something, and that was subconscious. That wasn't actively processing in my own head. You know, it was something subconscious that I was like dealing with, and then at the time it turned me on. So, but she was a bitch. She was mean. She was very mean. It was not fun to I don't know, to conversate with her sometimes. It was just more fun to just have sex and then know that she was going to New Orleans with me. To know that I was saving her from this stupid life and these idiotic friends that did nothing but drugs, and not like weed or anything, like like terrible drugs, like terrible drugs. Like I don't know how to emphasize it anymore. It's just yeah, it was terrible drugs. They were terrible to everyone, and everyone hated them. But everyone did them because they were bored as shit and they didn't know what else to do. So it was like the more I thought about it, the more I realized that like she didn't know anything about it, and the more I realized she didn't know anything about it, the more I really didn't have respect for her because of the lack of knowing things about her surroundings. And if she did know, then she hid it very well, or she hid it really stupidly and then just forgot where she put it. like, and the trust was nowhere like to be found after she told me that. After we literally drove through where I was gonna say that we could actually get an apartment together or something like that, and then she could see her kids every weekend or something like that. Because she was 18 when she had them, which is really fucked up. Like, she was 18. She had 2 kids at 18. Like, she had to realize how fucked up that was. I don't know how she didn't realize that was fucked up, but it didn't register to her. And that part made me hate her as well. It made me did not like her, made me not want her, made me not want to be around her. And a part of me was just like yeah, this dude used you. Like, this dude used you to be able to get further into his religion. There's 2 guys, so I have to wait till this other guy moves. I think are they? No, they have 1 guy. Maybe those other guys back, I guess. Maybe those 1 guy's back, and then his other side, something like that. Because I thought I saw 2 guys go into that building. To me, what really matters is that. Where's he at, bitch? Where's he at, bitch? Oh! He fucking ran out that way. God damn it. So what really turned me on about her was her eyes. It was her eyes. I would look at her eyes whenever we were having sex, whenever we were copulating, or whatever you want to call it. And now they turn me off. Like, I really, really am out. Like I've not looked at people in their eyes. Like, I've noticed that about myself. Like, it's a part of me that's changed, or a part of me that's not changed, is damaged because of her, basically. And she was one of the longest relationships that I've ever had. The second longest relationship was with another girl. She's married now, so I basically fucked it up. I fucked it up, and she fucked it up too, because she fucked it up early on. She was decided to do things before, as we were like gaining that emotional construct, and I didn't feel the emotional construct there. You know, I felt the want, or the love, or the effort sometimes, but I didn't feel the actual emotional connection that I felt with other women. But like, I think that was the point, though, is she didn't feel any emotion towards me in that sense, but the fact that she didn't feel any emotion towards me probably even turned her on towards me. Like, the fact that she didn't have that emotion, it turned her on, I guess. That she didn't want to waste time, and that's kind of what would turn me off of her, and what made me actually even cheat at all. Really, if we weren't really dating. What's going on, man? How's it going? I'm talking about my relationship sometimes, or right now, and what turns me on and what doesn't turn me on. If you are under 18, you probably shouldn't be here. I do put a disclaimer. I try to put a disclaimer, I guess. And I do try to educate myself sometimes, but I don't know. That's the thing. I watched a whole bunch of porn, I guess. Just a whole bunch of porn, and I tried to evaluate myself and what I liked and what I didn't like. And there was rape fantasies, which were like, it concerned me. like I was concerned with myself. I was just like, am I really into this? Like, and in animation, I think I'm more into it than I am in real life, because I see them that way. Like, it hits another note with me, I think. Like, in animation, it's more like the girl could be into it at any point because she's a character in an animation. But like, as the character is drawn that way, so they become into it as the thing goes on. But I think too, that's kind of like, what is it, Viking-esque sort of like thinking? That like, they're like, oh, they'll like it once they start feeling pleasure. No, it's not always the case. Like, and in real life, I don't go past that step. I don't ever find that attractive. Like, I don't know what it is about animation, but everything just looks so bright and colorful sometimes. I don't know. There's ways to get away from, like, yeah. I want to have an adult conversation about this. I think. What is your fantasy? What is your, if you comment in the comments, if you ever watch this, like, at all, what are your fantasies? What are your into things? What kind of stuff are you into sometimes that turns you on, but in real life would, like, just, like, really turn you off? Like, and only 18 and up, because obviously I don't want to hear any masturbation fantasies from children. It's really bad, because children react to the world, and I was a very I don't know, I was a very evil kid sometimes when I don't know. I wasn't evil, but I was really stupid. I didn't look into that 2x scope. Oh, I guess I'll keep it for right now. I didn't look into my heart, basically, when I was younger. when I was younger, I looked into the pit of darkness inside my body, inside myself, and wondered what that wondered what that yearned for, and that's kind of, I think, maybe what your heart desires, I guess. But in reality, sometimes, like I don't know, people aren't who they say they are. Oh, you're a bitch. That's why I was trying to get over. Because I could have killed him in one shot. But, I don't know, just, like, that just did it for me. It was superheroes, it was a bunch of different stuff. It was like, I don't know, like maybe strong women, I guess, like Wonder Woman or something like that, in like a weird land or something. Like Rogue in the fucking what's it called, the land where Xavier could walk and shit like that on, and they didn't have, and not everyone had their powers and stuff like that. That kind of did it for me, because she was in like the tattered stuff. It just, I don't know, I don't know what it seems like surviving is like. It turns me on, you know, like I love camping, and I've had wonderful experiences camping as far as sex goes. So like, yeah, like I made the fire and she got turned on and everything like that. She was like, "Ooh, we made a fire." We did the hot dog stuff. We did the. So that's like suggestive right there. But we wound up, I think, going for about 3.5 to 4 hours probably. So, and I do believe she had a great time. That was with my ex. That's the reason why I even had like certain bonding moments with her that were nice and cool and stuff like that. But there were other moments that were just alienating, I guess, and that's kind of the reason why it stuck with me. Is those alienating moments kind of really stuck it to me, and I didn't know how to feel anymore. You know, I didn't know how to feel about the relationship anymore. Of course, she did take care of me, so I mean, for the most part, she didn't really give me any money, which is really kind of slavery. So it was fucked up, and it was kind of like, I didn't really understand her actual wants or desires or anything like that. She just wanted me, like, sort of all the time, and like we did that all the time. So I tried to make it spontaneous, I guess, but I think we didn't have that kind of relationship. We didn't have a spontaneity. It was more like a on the clock, on the hour sort of thing. It was all the time. It was every single time. So I guess that's a little bit spontaneous, but I think when she put the kids to bed, and or didn't put the kids to bed, I guess, when the kids were just sitting watching cartoons and stuff, we pretty much did a lot all the time. So, but that's the point, is like, I think she was kind of scouting a little bit when she was closing her eyes. Sometimes she was looking at her Instagram profile to see if there was any guy that was better. And I think a part of her thought that the responsibility was mine, I guess. And maybe that's the reason why she got so turned off and sent me to the hospital and shit. And because I yelled at her, because I would yell at her, because she was literally fucking lying to me. And I was like planning on leaving her. So during that time period where she was constantly sending me to the hospital, like 30 fucking days, to where I had to change my medication completely. And like, I realize I'm schizoaffective. I realize I accept that part. But what I don't accept is someone constantly yelling at me or constantly telling me shit to activate my pissy off mood. Because it was stuff that, like, was terrible. I was going through some terrible shit, man. I realized my dad was literally killing himself. Like that's what I realized. My dad was literally killing himself. He was wanting to kill himself. He didn't want to get out of the situation. He didn't want to move back into an apartment anywhere or anything like that. And every single time they moved, they got roaches. I don't know how. It was so bad. It was so bad for so long. But I think that, I don't know, it's going to my dad too much. I don't want to talk about my actual fantasies. And I think that's the reason why I was actually turned on sometimes, is because, I don't know, it seemed it seemed like my mom and my dad's relationship kind of like weighed heavy on me when I was younger. I think the nuances of both of them, I guess they're both like coming from different worlds and coming from or maybe in the kind of the same world, I guess. In the same world, it really like it really got to me. I didn't understand what their motivations were, what their things were. Like I thought by like understanding what they really loved about each other, it would make me understand their hatred for each other later on. Because I think that's what I really wanted to know when I was younger. I wasn't really worried about my parents getting back together. I was more worried about them like not hating each other forever, but um what is it, a 2x scope, and then a 2x scope plus shotgun, because you can actually reach someone past a certain thing. But yeah, I realized that like the more it weighed heavy on me, the more the relationship status kind of weighed heavy on me. I learned more and more, and I learned more about my stepdad, the reasons why he was the way he was, and I didn't blame him really that much. I blamed him for my sister, kind of, but I know my sister had to make her own decisions too. She was constantly in with other people. Sometimes she was constantly running around and doing stupid shit and stuff like that, and I mean it's a part of her life today, so. I don't want to like judge or anything like that, because I love my sister. I really do. I love her, and I'm not going to judge her or anything like that. I'm not going to pass judgment at her. But I think the way she felt about I think a lot of people think that way too. It's like there's a lot of homes where people get kicked out all the time, or people get pushed out because of them learning something or knowing something about someone, and I think that judgment basically becomes the deciding factor in a lot of different Republicans and Democrats and stuff like that, and I don't know, I mean, but it's really like arduous sometimes that I guess people can't move on sometimes, and that's what I became known for, is moving on and not giving a shit about the certain circumstances that pull people back from making the judgments that they really should, you know. I really do love my sister, but I really do respect my stepdad for taking care of my mom, and I respect my stepdad for keeping the same job, for doing the odd jobs, for doing those different things, and really not doing the knowing the house or doing anything with the house, but he really did lay the law down with us, and I think that I respect him for that. I really do. I respect him, and it sucks that my sister doesn't respect him. Thinks he's an idiot. I think he's an idiot, but I respect certain idiocies. I respect certain people that decide to live a certain way because of their dwellings, because of their life patterns. And he was abused when he was younger, and he didn't want to acknowledge it. You know, he never wanted to acknowledge it. He never wanted to acknowledge anything of the fact. So I'm trying to find somebody to kill on the game. But I don't know what I'll go back to what I was talking about earlier. The relationships, I think, weighed heavy on me, and that's where I found my escape, and I think I found my first sexual experience. So that was my first sexual experience. When I was 15 too, also, I think I can talk about it now. It's not something that's completely taboo, because the chick that happened to me was 30 at the time, and I was 15. And I think that didn't give me confidence. It gave me kind of, I was scared. I was scared out of my life for being blamed for like the situation itself. and then some dude coming after me and telling me that I was just like, you're just a little boy, man. You don't know anything. You need to go somewhere. This is my woman. I'm just like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Like, I have those nightmares, I guess, about it. And I think a part of me, I don't know, part of me just felt like running away all the time. Like, it wasn't really something that like I always wanted to do or something like that. But I would just run away in my head, you know. I'd run away from emotionally, and I think that frame of mind basically made me kind of like attracted to certain situations that were like spontaneous. It just happened out of nowhere. So that's the bulk of sexual experiences that I had as far as things go. But I also had a sexual experience with another girl that I thought was really cute. She had kind of weird friends that I know were into the same stuff that my ex's friends were into, and I dated her in between dating. Oh, you fucking bastard! I don't want it. Good friend. Sorry. I'm gonna go get my monster because I'm not even close to going to sleep. I'm probably close to going to sleep, but I'm not that close to going to sleep. So, all right, I'll be back. So there were a couple other women that I don't feel like talking about because they were colleagues, I guess. And any like notion of like me saying something about it is gonna immediately like say something to like everyone I know. And I like to say that I'm sexually mature, you know, like I like to say that I'm sexually mature, but I love being immature about it, and I love it. It's the funniest thing to me because it I don't know. I laugh at the word vagina. I laugh at the word penis. It's funny. It's really funny to me. I mean, maybe I just want the opportunity to do that because I never got to do it in class. I was always serious in class when I was in high school. I think I almost got with a chick. I almost got with 2 chicks in high school, and I think I wanted to so badly. I went to an almost all black school, a predominantly black school, and I had the respect of most of the students there. I was really big. I was 240 pounds. I ran a 4.7, and I was a pretty fucking good candidate for crackbacks sometimes when it came to hits and stuff. but I would never get them. I don't know why I would never get them. I needed someone to take my videos, or I needed to hire someone to go to get a camera and fucking film me because I was good at it. I was really good, and when I was good, it was like. My dad thought that I didn't have the heart to it, and I really thought that I didn't have the heart either. I just wanted to get more physically fit. Like I wanted to learn team building exercises because I know I'm gonna work with a team later when I find my profession or something like that. I know it's not gonna be what is it graphic design or anything like that. It's gonna be character design, but it's gonna be I still have notions of graphic design, but it won't be like full on graphic design because I think that's working with like HTMLs more often, and I will be working with actually like 3D modeling programs and stuff like that if I was working with character development. Basically, I don't want to. I don't know. I think that a lot of times my natural kind of like my obvious ability, like I can see plot holes in like some comic books nowadays because they're so bland. Sometimes they're like it's not exactly like they're bland, but it's exactly like all right. There's nobody there. I think I'm gonna get a shotgun, and I'm gonna get a shotgun with this one, the UMP, because I don't like this gun. I don't like the gun with the 45s. Those are like the worst bullets. Kind of like they're not the worst bullets, but like the they're not as hitty. They don't hit as hard as other bullets do, like the shotgun and the maybe this one has a slower rate of fire, but yeah, I know that this is like a But yeah, my sexuality is pretty mature nowadays. At least I went through therapy, and I realized that I do yell, and when I do yell, I shouldn't yell. You know, I shouldn't let that part of myself go be known all the time. I have a hard shell when it comes to certain lovers, I guess, or certain people that I loved. Maybe it's because I had a hard shell to them because I knew that they were gonna fuck me over, or I felt this that they were gonna fuck me over. Like the one chick that I dated wound up doing meth, so it was our one chick that I dated in between my ex, and she was my ex basically. She was not really my ex. We kind of like began dating, and then we wanted to go out and do stuff, but then I think I fell in love with my ex-wife. It was the person who's my ex-wife now. The person who's my ex-wife now. So I guess that when I look back, she was really cute. She was way cuter than my ex, like way in the face basically. Like my ex's body was like she was really like the reason why I found it attractive is because it was fortified. she had some pretty big muscles in her stomach and thighs, and it really helped whenever we were actually doing things. Fucking bastard. Maybe that's the reason why I was attracted to the other chick, is because she was really good at certain things that were very good at, like, me. As basically, she knew my sensitive spots, basically. And, it was my dick. Like, not just that, but she took the time to, like, to be gentle, you know, like to not to do the, and that was the reason why I liked her, and also the reasons why the relationship was really short, because Because I realized the chick that I can do that can make a lot of men happy. And she probably did, but I mean, I'm not judging her for it. So she's really cute and awesome, and I'm sure she's gotten out of her little thing that she's gotten into now. Just I don't know. I'm hoping that I'm just hoping that I see her again. Maybe, I guess. I don't really yearn for her or anything like that. I don't long for her, I guess. But I mean, and this is what I believe I'm becoming more mature. I think I'm not allowing the lovers that I take in to have control over me. You know, to have that much control over me, to like be able to do that and like still be my date, you know, instead of me like fucking marrying her on the fucking spot. You know, it's like after something like that, I feel like our relationship goes up a level or something like that, and I don't think she felt that way. So yeah, she wanted to like be free spirit and stuff like that, and that's kind of where I left her. I guess I left her at that, and she got into like hard drugs, and I don't know what happened after that, but I didn't pay attention because I was constantly fixated on this one chick that I was trying to save. I thought I could change her. I thought I could change the way she was doing things. I thought I could change her plans, you know, because I realized that I would never tell her. I'd never be able to get her out of the city. You know, I realized there was a huge chance that I would never get her out of the city, and I thought that was a part of that I was denying, and as long as I denied it, there was a chance that she might want to like move to a different city or a different place or something like that, or even just move to like Ocean Springs or something like that. Yeah, but she never would. She never would do it. Just so we could get some privacy, I guess, because I didn't blame her kids or anything like that. I just wanted them to behave. I spanked them once or twice, and I really only spank when I'm trying to teach a lesson. Like I don't try to spank. Like I don't hit them hard. Like they're not crying afterwards. It stings a little. Like I barely even tap. You know, I barely even spank. So I don't tap. Like it's not a tap, but it's enough for them to feel a little sting. So yeah. It's like it's not like they got stung by a bee. It's like they got stung. It's like I got bit by a horsefly. Yeah, the horsefly bite. That's probably more my style. And the reason why I do spank is because children react. Children react to everything. They react to everything around them. I know I reacted to everyone and everything around me. I would think that people were nice, and this is the reason why as I got into reverse racism and all the other different stuff. When I was a child, I was very, very much beaten up by black kids, like by kids who were like I was in first grade. In first grade, I I got jumped in the back of Paul B. Havens, and that was one day, but I didn't want it to happen anymore, so I punched the kid that was telling him to do it in the stomach, and then he fell to the floor, and everybody was like, "We're not doing it anymore, man. You're not cool." I was like, "You're trying to beat me up. What the fuck are you doing?" Like, and I think that's the reason why I think that I didn't blame those kids, because they were probably told by the older brothers to do it, or they were told by their older sisters or something like that, or their fucked up family or some shit like that, because racism goes both ways, and I think that, but then that what really changed my mind about certain things and certain people was like this dude, like this really really cool dude, this like I don't know, it was this dude's father named Maurice. Okay, he freaking what is it? He made me a wallet, and it said Joseph on it, and it was like the best wallet I ever had. It lasted me like years and years and years, but I realized how small it was, and I wanted to keep it for heirlooms and stuff like that. But it was just not the way it happened. It was a really good wallet. It was a really really good wallet, and I really miss Maurice, man. Maurice was a cool guy. He wound up being a really cool guy in high school. I went to car and he was just like ladies man all the time. He was smart as hell, getting all the chicks and stuff. Not worrying about all the dudes who thought they were fucking cool because they were stronger a little bit. I almost got in a fight with a dude like 3 times my size, and I would have fucking murdered him. I would have absolutely murdered him. Got him. 2-tone scope, sticky bomb. 5.5. Backpack, 5.5. Sticky bomb. 2-tone scope. Adrenaline needle. Flash hider, let's do the flash hider. Just did a quick draw mag. But yeah, like I was like, there are like so many things I remember now. I just had to be calm about it, you know. There were so many things that I wanted to remember, and I realized that there were like, I mean, there was so many places that my life could have gone. Like if I would have believed in my karate deal or something like that. I mean, I did karate when I was 5. I did karate when I was 5.5, and then I never did it again. But it always like it spoke volumes to me sometimes. That's the reason why I liked it. And that's Chinese thing. And then I did judo, which is mostly I'm gonna go in here and see if there's a dude. And if not, then I'm gonna go. Whoa. Are you fucking kidding me? I had no idea this stuff is here. I don't want to replace that attachment. What? Are you fucking kidding me? God damn it, man. Should've got another water too. Ah, 1 kill. Oh. Can't believe it didn't hear me. That first guy, he was probably just thinking about himself a little bit. Yeah, that's basically my whole sexuality a little bit. I was into a whole bunch of different stuff I got into. I was just into contortionalism. I was into doing things that were like, I don't know, like, it was all mostly missionary. Like my sexual kind of like exploits a little bit. It's all mostly missionary. I think that people really need to understand that, like, they're like, they need to come to terms with their sexuality and like really talk about it. So when they're 18, and then also not drunk or scorned. Like I've gotten over my ex, and it took me about 6 years. It was 2 years of basically lies and deception and all just having sex at the same time. So it was lies and deception. She was being very mean to me. I really didn't appreciate it at all. She was being very mean. But also I was running away from something. So what did I expect? You know, I expected what should have I expected if I wasn't being honest with myself. So I don't blame her, but I do really do not want to be friends with her. She was not very fun to be around, and she would not be my friend if we didn't get together. The way she picks out friends and just just uses them for company, basically. I don't know. Uses them to not feel alone, I guess. Is that what you do with friends? No, it's not what you do with friends. You have a mutual connection of like respect and fun and stuff like that. And people that are like I don't know. They're just she's really didn't get friendship. She really didn't get it. She hung out with black chicks for a little while. That was her little phase, I guess, because she felt like somehow guilty for not hanging out with black chicks when she was like with her own family and stuff like that. That's what I get from a lot of chicks who are trying the opposite of their parents, basically. As far as their parents being not you could be a Republican or wherever you want, but they were just not inclusive whenever it came to certain things. They would keep to themselves. They're antisocial. They're constantly just trying to judge people for what they think they are, instead of just really trying to get to know people for like who they really are. Like, but that being said, I'll never watch a Kevin Spacey movie again. Never, because the ones that they were even good were actually whatchamacallit, they were let's just say they were inaccurate, and also like he was not the boss of them. And on 21, they were all Asian kids. Like, they were the team of people that would do that, they were all Asian kids. All of them. They looked exactly like they were counting cards. I mean, I know that sounds racist, but also too, when you see a bunch of kids who are acting or are sitting in a certain way, who are all the same race and all come in the club at the same time, you kind of get a really good kind of look on the actual situation that's probably about to happen. Like, and also too, I mean, profiles work, I guess. So they do. I thought that dude opened the door and I was going to shoot him, but I didn't have any bullets. Let's put this down. So there's 3 dudes. Keep that door open. All right, sickle. Let's leave this out here. transferable. That's why this dude is coming out of the building. He wants me to go in and he wants to ambush me. I'm trying to see if he's in near any windows so I can fucking ambush him. He won't know where I am. He's in there. He's in there. I have no idea. I hear this. Damn it. I'm trying to get him in the head. Didn't fucking work. Didn't aim quite right. My turnoffs are, what are my turnoffs? I've grown to become more less turned on, I guess, and more avid and about my own control in my head and my own thoughts and stuff like that. More avid about what turns me on and how it turns me on, and also, yeah, just not feeling lost, you know? That doesn't turn me on. Feeling lost doesn't turn me on. Like the whole dumb thing, like me feeling like I'm not in control, it doesn't turn me on. Like, just like, oh, they're gonna be giving in to death or whatever. It's just like, no, death isn't. I don't believe death is a part of life. I don't believe it. I don't believe in death. I believe that nothing is lost or gained, merely transferred. So energy itself, that is, we are energy itself, that is connected to matter, will always stay connected to matter, unless something separates it, you know? And really, people need to understand that, that we probably already, there's probably a dude out there, like a scientist, that's already made a pulse engine, that's already made a 0-point energy that can literally just keep regenerating, and like, it's just, I don't know, man. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm into myself. I'm attracted to me, you know. And whoever I trust to be that person, to be the person that I want to love, or congregate with. um. I say that's my choice. It's not some fantasy that I've been thinking about for a long time, because I do have fantasies. I have tons of fantasies about women that are all over the globe, and doing things and stuff like that. They're all really cool and they're fun to be around, and it's just an idea in my head that I've fallen in love with, though. So, and I'm old enough to actually see that and actually know what that is. That's just my want or yearning for that constant connection, or that one kind of person that I can constantly connect with, that I'm not always at odds with, you know, or like I'm not trying to like impress or tell a joke every 5 minutes too, you know, just someone that I can congregate with, that I feel comfortable with, and I feel, and maybe that's in itself, I think, a replacement from what I believe family is. And really, I mean, I want her to be a part of my family, so I mean, I want her to meet my mom. I mean, if she is a slut, I want her to not like say she is her own mom. So, I mean, I have a little bit of conservative views, like when it comes to stuff like that. I don't want people to like know about our business. I don't want her telling other people what I do, because I think that's the reason why I broke up with most of the girls I broke up with. Like, when there's a relationship, when you're establishing an emotional connection, some women like to talk to their friends about it, to just use them as a soundboard, really. Just like try to see like, oh, that sounds really cool. That sounds great. I wish I could add that. Because so that's the only thing they use it for, though, is to be reassured that they're making the right decision. If they're trying to be reassured to be making the right decision, then they don't need to be getting into that relationship in the first place. No matter how good it is or fun it is or anything like that. If they need to be reassured to be able to be in a relationship, then they shouldn't try to be in a relationship yet, you know? I've found that the more you try to build a relationship off of like a soundboard, and people is like, I don't know, it never makes it. It never makes it. Somebody always winds up being unhappy because they lose that friend to reassure them that it was okay, and they miss that friend. And they miss that friend, and then they blame that person in their relationship for taking them away from that person, you know? There's always like abandonment issues that always have to be addressed sometimes, and it's just something I think that is it needs to be like I don't know, it needs to be at least a little bit touched on, is the fact that people can feel abandonment issues really quickly sometimes. The fact that people can lose their attraction to someone that they've loved for maybe like 30 to 40 years. And when you lose that attraction, it's basically your libido. Like, it's like, I farted. It's not like you not being attracted to that person anymore. Your brain feels as though you don't have a reason to be attracted to the same person over and over again, because your libido is telling you to go with somebody stronger and younger and stuff like that. And that's what my ex did. She went with somebody that was literally 23 when I was 20. Let's see, when I was 27 or 25 or something like that. Yeah. We knew each other for a year. We dated for 2, and I think we kind of got married right after dating. So we didn't really turn those tweaks around, you know. There's those little tweaks that like need to be done to be able to like give the relationship some foundation, and we didn't do that. So I mean, the relationship was pretty much destined for failure. So. And that's what I know. That's absolutely what I know. So, but I think I'm more stuff that really turns me on right now. I think, and I'm sad to even go up again. Go is because Like, I don't know, it's just, there's something about, like, I don't know, it's this 1950s sort of, like, slutty-esque sort of subs and dom women that are, like, that I'm into sometimes. Like, oh, really? I'm just like, oh, goddamn you. You fucking slut. Like, we watched Natural Born Killers, and that was an insightful movie about the 90s. It was actually good animation sometimes too. It was like it's basically everything that Quentin Tarantino wishes he was. All right, here we go. He's right there. I'm gonna go closer now. But yeah, like the Natural Born Killers, that was like with Tommy Lee Jones and everybody acted over the top and shit. Like fucking Robert Downey Jr. was Australian for some reason. He plays Australian people really well sometimes, like over the top Australian people. I don't get it, man. Like he was really good at Australian accents, and like, I almost got him in the face. So yeah, there's like, that's what I wanted to go over, really, and I feel better now. I feel a lot better now. I feel better that, like, me liking, like, those weird fucky gangbang hentai and like serious hardcore gang bang fucking hentai tunes, and you know, it's something. And like as soon as it happens, she's like not like, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed, I gotta run away. No, she stays. Like, she always stays. Like it's like isn't there somewhere she can run? You know? And then she starts to get into it and she comes. And so it's like, oh great, awesome. So you're telling me in real life when a woman tells you she hates you, it really means no, it doesn't mean that she really hates you. She really hates everything about you. So, you know what? I really think that, I didn't have to say that, but, you know what I think is the most, like, damning situation, really, is people really don't know themselves, and they find the weirdest things completely and utterly turning on, and they don't know where it comes from. It comes from your fear. It comes from the actual fear. Like, I don't like being like cuffed up or anything like that, but I like the idea of cuffs. Like, I like being, like, if someone would contort me, or someone would, like, if I could contort myself, and I really can sometimes when the adrenaline's pumping, I would probably I don't know, not have a better sex life, but I don't know though. Was I turned on by Natural Born Killers? Not at all. Was it what's his name? Rodney Dangerfield. Rodney Dangerfield being the weird abusive dad and stuff like that was just so on point for, like, not being turned on by it. Like, the chick was just, like, abused. She was abused as a young child, and she gave birth to a son that was her brother. You know? Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad backstory. Like, it's so bad. Like, Like, and I don't know what like compels people to do murder. Really, it's just like, I don't know. Like, cats do it all the time. That's the reason why I don't have a cat. So we won't have a dog because they're murderers. They are really murderers. They murder everything. They murder rats. They murder stuff that you don't want in your house. They bring it in your house and they give it to you as a gift. And they're like, I brought food. I brought food. It's just like, no, you didn't. You brought disgusting, nasty pieces of dead carcass that now have to be brought back and put in the garbage because that's where those things deserve to be. Not the animals themselves, but the carcasses once they're dead. Like they deserve to go in the garbage. They deserve it. Why do they deserve to go in the garbage? Because they're little assholes. They're always little assholes. They've always been little assholes. They don't know any. They're left from the right. They don't know how to do anything. They're just. Got him. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm fucking awesome. Oh, he doesn't have anything. I'm so happy that I'm able to do that. Like, with that gun, dude. It's so great. It's such a great gun. Let's see if I can find another gun. Or at least a scope at all. I really believe that if people start communicating what their sexual wants or desires really are with the person who they choose, once they start getting it out there, they'll start to realize that half the shit that even turns them on really isn't even the right thing. Like, it's not even the right fucking, like, I don't know, man. I don't get these exhibitionists sometimes. I don't get these people that are exhibitionists sometimes. They want to keep everything in the open and just want to bring it out there and they want to show people. It's just like, no, you're a pervert just like everybody else. You're a pervert because you don't want the responsibility to be on you because you had sex. You know, like. And how do I come to that conclusion? How I come to that conclusion is because you don't want the reason like you get caught or something like that. Like, what does that even mean? What happens when you get caught? Like, okay, keep on doing what you're doing because or get out this Macy's. You know? Oh well. Don't fuck anymore in Macy's. So people could sue you. They could get really mad and point a gun at you, and that'll turn you on, wouldn't it? Guns are not a symbol of turning me on at all. Guns are a symbol of me running away, or taking it out of their hand. Depends on how close I am, you know. It depends on how close I am because I do karate and judo, and they don't sometimes know that sometimes, and yes, and how much I rather not know that. So they pull out the gun and they're like, "Yeah, good bird in your belly," and then you're just like, and then flip the gun back on them and then make them realize they're fucking idiots and they don't know what they're doing, even though they say they know what they're doing because they're on a daily basis constantly the butt of a joke, basically. And it's, I don't get why people think that they're not the asshole in the situation. You know, like in the jokes of other people sometimes. I don't know why they don't know they're the asshole. They're the asshole. Like it's like that dude who like comes over and brings weed and he's like, hey, you guys want blah 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 blah, and you're just like, oh well, I'll smoke with you, and then you smoke with them, and then they don't do anything. So and then they kind of hit on your girlfriend. It's just like it's an SNL joke, I guess, but it's just really intrusive, I guess. You think they would leave? You think they would be like, I have other people to sell weed to, you know? But they don't. They really don't. They really don't. They have nothing to do. They have absolutely no one to and I'm really close to I need to hurry up and get a zoom scope for this Gizon. Okay, I think there's a dude up here. I don't know, but that's what I'm attracted to. That's what I feel attracted to on a daily basis. I'm attracted to young women who are above 21 mostly, because I can bring them bars and they don't flash their fake ID and then get caught because that's what all 18-year-olds do, and it's annoying. Yeah. I'm still attracted to going to bars and meeting people, but I'm just not attracted to going to bars that sell drugs and meeting people, because I really that's the one reason why I think I hated my ex so much is because she was in a situation where she was surrounded by drug peddlers and drug dealers and stuff like that. And they weren't bad people. I'm just saying they were doing some really bad things. You know, they were selling meth and pills and a whole bunch of different shit, and in bulk. I don't say that drug dealers are shitty people. They're just doing something that's kind of fucking terrible. I guess you shouldn't keep it on your roster of things like in your resume. You know. Kind of fucking terrible. And if they stopped, they'd still be alright people. But they'd just be less inclined to be able to buy a car out of nowhere, you know, or any sort of gifts or goods or anything like that. They'd be poorer. So, yeah. And I don't know. I'm trying not to judge. So I think that's where my indifference comes from, and the reasons why I didn't get into the military. I mean, no, there's no judgment against the military and the way that they get things done and stuff like that. Repetition is key, really. I mean, learning something, and really you have to realize that like there's some really fucked up people out there. There's a guy. There's some extremely fucked up people out there, and you gotta be on your toes, man, because there are at least 35 different serial killers in the United States at one particular point. I don't know, man. Just really learn the statistics on that, because it's really bad. It is very bad. To really understand that. Is he still there? I think he sees me. I think that everybody should get to know the statistics of all that those things, and really learn self-defense with the confidence where it can walk down the street without fear. And that's basically the minimum of what you need to learn in order to be able to be on yourself, to be on like, and not walk down the street with a nightmare coming in your head, and like thinking you're gonna get sold off to slavery or something like that. So. Just be an avid person, you know. An avid person. That's what I'm about. It's self-defense. There are some really weird creeps out there that don't talk about their position. They don't talk about anything because they want the element of surprise, you know. So it's really fucked up to want the element of surprise in a relationship. But I'm sure they're not looking for a relationship. So. Alright, I'm going to wait a little while because the circle is so close. But there might be a dude up here running too. Alright, it's 2:32, so. Yeah, I'm gonna go. See if there's any more cars on the road. See if I can get out of here quickly, if I can kill some dudes. No, there's no cars around. But yeah, like I consider myself a normal guy because I'm not always like turned on by the weird stuff and stuff like that. I'm like, I see people in the bar and they're like, they're kind of getting it on, but it's just like not. It doesn't really get to me. But I grew up around the dungeon, so like when I was actually like doing different things, and there are people like fucking in the bar, so in like different places and stuff like that. And you still can't take pictures in the dungeon, so you gotta put away your phones and everything like that. You gotta listen to their music. It's something to think about. It's like you find out what people are actually into stuff. Like when you go to the dungeon. I remember the dungeon. We used to just drink beer all the fucking time in the dungeon, and I'd say I wasn't an alcoholic, but I did enjoy drinking. So I don't know. I guess there was, but I also enjoy energy drinks at the same time now. Like I don't really drink that much. I drink like maybe 2 every couple of months, I guess. 2 drinks every couple of months, like 2 or 3 maybe, or every couple of weeks maybe. Like yeah, every couple of weeks I'll celebrate and I'll do something fun and spontaneous and try to maybe drink a few drinks and then just see what goes from there, like kind of conversations people have. Because I have friends that come over and yeah, they're really cool. And it's fun to be there, you know. It's fun to just like be in the moment sometimes and really like get to know your friends and how they tick and how they manage their stress and stuff like that, and really just get to know them more, you know. And I really realized how little I knew about my actual friends sometimes, and I realized how little I knew about the things that got them to the places that they wanted to be at. Okay, there's a dude fight over here somewhere. Alright. I found it to be moreover the things you learn about your friends while you're getting to know them is the things that set the tone for the emotional roller coaster of what their life is about, and then. There he is. So. Fuck! He saw me. God damn it. I thought he didn't see me. I thought he was looking over somewhere else. Oh, man. Oh. He's gonna win, probably. Alright. Bitcoin is taking off, and I'm super happy about it. I knew it was going to take off. I just didn't know how long it was going to take for it to take off. So, I think sometimes what people really need to understand is, if you know yourself, if you know exactly what turns you on, if you know how it turns you on, if you know the reason it turns you on, if you like go back and learn about yourself and your past and stuff like that. And it really does take therapy to do that sometimes. So just realize that. And also, don't be complacent in your own sexuality. Really get yourself checked every time you have sex. That's what I did. That's what I usually do. Like they check my urine, and then they never check my blood because I never really had anything in my blood that was bad. Because I'm amazing. I'm an amazing person, and I never get diseases. Good. No, I went and got my hepatitis B booster too, so. I don't know, man. Just be good to yourself, man. Be good to yourself and don't judge yourself too harshly. Because I used to do that. I really used to judge myself constantly on my likes, my dislikes, the reason why I like something, the reason why I thought I disliked something. It's good to let those emotions flow and those things, those experiences really come about because they can keep you hiding behind those emotions and really bring about those different kind of yelling sprees or different kind of argument sprees with your significant other and realize that. See, my ex thought that I had an overall understanding that I loved her, and I did love her, and I still do love her, but she seems to think that my way of living was wrong. She thinks that the way that I was living my life before I met her was somehow bad. And I didn't believe that. I didn't believe that at all. I believed that I was an experience. It was a fun experience that I had with people that I'm still mutual fond friends of, Some I have a crush on, some not. But those experiences really shaped my experience of today. And I realized that I was running away from something, and that's the reason why I was young at all. It was stressful, it was stupid, it was dumb, but I guess I had a need to have sex. I wanted to have sex, and I wanted to have rough sex. It was very rough, and it was very rough for a while there. And she can say whatever she wants to say to make her feel better at night. I know I always gave her an orgasm. I always helped her get an orgasm, and sometimes I woke her up and gave her an orgasm. And sometimes I didn't wake her up and gave her an orgasm. But she did the same thing to me. She woke me up with an orgasm. So it was a good day. It was a very good day. She also did different things that, like, she thought that anal would bring me to this whole realm of possibilities. It didn't. It really didn't. Anal's anal. So it's just whoever's doing it feels the most powerful. Whoever's not doing it kind of needs to, like, masturbate, I guess. So, you know, she thought she was going to buy a strap-on, but I left before that happened because I don't know. I just didn't trust her. So. Not to say that I wouldn't have it done. Like, I wouldn't. I would. I mean, I'm open to the experience, but with somebody I trust, someone that needs to have an emotional connection to me, like an emotional connection that they adhere and respect. So, just I don't know. Just respect the person you're fucking. So, if you don't, then leave them, because it's not worth the damage that it does to your emotions when it's over. You feel upside down. You feel trapped. You feel hurt. You feel betrayed. Especially when you're lying to yourself, because you're thinking that they're in the wrong when you're in the wrong too, and it feels like that's why you feel trapped. You feel like you can't run away from it, and you feel like that's why I ran away from her, because I couldn't lie to myself anymore. I want a family. I want a family. I want kids. I want my nieces to have somebody to talk to when they get older. I want them to maybe have arguments with them sometimes, or debates about terrible and wonderful things all at the same time. And I really want to put forth effort to do that, to find a person to be able to settle down with, and be able to, and not just have kids with or anything like that, just immediately have kids with. But I mean, you had kids when we're ready, you know. But you know, like, my nieces are getting older and stuff like that, and I don't know. I just don't want to run away anymore. I don't want to run away from the city. I don't want to run away from these people. I don't want to run away from myself. I don't want to run away from my problems, because they're going to be everywhere. So, and the realization that they're everywhere is the true meaning of, like, getting out of what racism actually does to people. Realizing that your problem's going to be everywhere, like you're gonna want to burn a Wendy's anywhere, you know, like. I don't know the cop situation in Minnesota or Baltimore or even what is it, Philadelphia for that matter of fact. But I know that there are mutual respects between races sometimes, and that's the reason why dudes get hired that are a different race sometimes in multitudes. And the realization of, like, just insensitivity, how it can twist people's judgment is like that movie that I saw, Queen and Slim. It was about race, and it was about everything, but it was also about the extremes we go to prove our racehood or our status or anything like that. And this little kid just shoots this dude in the face. This fucking cop, basically, who's a black guy, who's telling him dude, just get off the street. Like, I'm doing my job, you know. Like, I'm doing my job, and I really want you to move so we don't have to arrest you, you know. And he just takes out the gun, points it at him, and shoots him. And the extremes that it brings when people don't understand that we're all individuals, no matter what we are, no matter how connected we are as a race, or no matter how connected people are as a race, they're still all individuals, and if they all act as one, then they're a terroristic threat. It sucks, and it's stupid to think that, like, it's real, and you gotta understand that you as an African American, or me as a white person, I don't speak for every Irish person. I don't speak for every Spanish person. I don't speak for every mixed race person. They're all individuals. They can take care of themselves. And if they can't, then, I mean, give them some disability, you know? Or give them some help, you know? But I'm conservative in my views about sexuality sometimes, and I really can see through different situations and know what people are actually up and about to. I realize what people do and how they do to be able to hide their habits and all their other different things like that, and their looks of different things that they do constantly to, like, what's going on, viewer? I'm talking about stuff and I'm about to go, but you are your own one-person Bob squad. You can diffuse situations that you think are happening, but if they're not, you might want to get some therapy, you know, or maybe even talk to your friends, something, just to calm down a bit, and maybe not even count to 10, but just take your time and realize that no problem is too big to solve, you know, and maybe like, I always tell people this. I always tell people not to make themselves a target. In a situation where it comes to, like, someone and you're standing down or you're standing up and you're like I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna fuck you up or something like that, it's always best to run away or to find the right authorities, or if the right authorities are acting wrongfully, then hide. Be a coward, because the coward gets to see the next day. You can fight another day and live on to be able to see your kids grow up and watch the futures of them, because we live on through the futures of our children. And there is nothing better to see here on this earth than someone growing up and making the right decisions and doing the right things that they need to do, whether they're in school or not, whether they're making money or not, or whether they're doing things for themselves or not. It's really fun to share those experiences, and I think that's the reason why I even wanted to. I think that's the reason why I was even running away, because I thought that with it came death, but I don't feel that way anymore. So have a good day, and I talked about a bunch of different stuff: my sexuality, the reason for my sexuality, the early on adding to sexual tension that brought on my perversions and stuff like that, or something. Not really perversions, but like more kinks, I guess. So yeah, just be yourself and keep sharing. Have a good one.